state. To produce food for the children and teach them traditional farming methods, Abebech requested for a plot of land and was given a positive response. With the assistance of an expert, she went to the town of Ambo. In Ambo district, about 10 kilometers outside the town of Gudar, she saw 4 poorly dressed children sitting under the shade of a big tree, and she picked the site as a place to build on to help the poor children of the area.
I refused to ignore the poor and insisted on adopting children. There was a severe problem on the locality. Men do not work. A man with 4 wives is a very poor one. He has no property than a wife and children.
The job center at Birbirsa is demonstration center for the local farmers by developing various fruits and vegetables over 46 hectares of land through modern agriculture.
The organization founded on that site is now serving as the West Shoa branch of the organization and is undertaking various activities that benefit the community. It also serves as a demonstration center for the local farmers. Though the organization's head office of the zone is in Ambo town, major activities take place in Birbirsa Peasant Association, where the site is located. The organization is engaged in environmental protection, animal husbandry, and agriculture. In addition, it has opened a medium health station that provides maternity services, an expanded program on immunization, family planning, minor medical care, and pharmaceutical services for residents of 5 Kabales. Cereal, oil, and irrigation development activities have laid the foundation for a better life for about 400 farming households in the locality. Farmers who have benefited from the irrigation are educating their children even to a tertiary level. For instance, Atoangasa Bifesa has managed to educate his children, with one becoming an engineer and the other an agricultural researcher.
After we started using the irrigation, we have achieved a big change. As we cultivated potato, tomato, onion on the farm plots and sold them on attractive price, we have managed to build better house and send our children to school. The tangible fruits of the irrigation are that I have appropriately administered the life of my family, educate my children, and as you can see, I have bought a television which enabled me to attend global information, and generally, we have become able to eat better food and clothe better.
The organization has constructed primary schools in each of the 11 Kabale Peasant Association of Ambo district and has handed them fully equipped to the Oromia Education Bureau. It has also constructed 6 additional schools in 6 peasant associations. It has constructed a health post in Altufa Peasant Association, located 16 kilometers from the town of Ambo, and has handed them over to the Oromia Health Bureau. The organization has extended the anti-HIV/AIDS efforts that started in Addis Ababa to 3 districts of West Shoa Zone. Since 2002, it has provided support to well over 35,000 people living with HIV/AIDS and orphans residing in 4 districts of Northern Shoa Zone, 5 Kabales in Burayu town, and 2 sub-cities of Addis Ababa.
I came here from another region. I'm a mother of 3 children. After I declared my status, it was Abebech Gobena who welcomed me along with my 3 children. I started teaching about family planning 2 years ago, and by now I have a number of condom, Norplant, and peel clients.
It started the intervention here a decade ago with a small clinic focusing on mother and child health. We give minor medical services for people who come from Birwirsa Qabale. But more than that, we focus on disease prevention activities. In this regard, we used to operate in 6 Qabales peasant associations. But following the request of the government body and the interest of the people, we expanded the scope of our work. We are now working on reproductive health in 106 Qabales.
One of the objectives of the organization is fighting harmful traditional practices against women. All the activities of the organization are fruitful as they involve the community. 2 girls who are residents of Degam district of North Shoa zone were on the verge of being subjected to one of the worst harmful traditional practice, female genital mutilation. However, thanks to the intervention of a young lady who was a member of the organization of Northern Shoa Zone Community Participation Committee, they were rescued from the painful experience. The young lady heard the father talking about getting his children circumcised, and she went to the place where the circumcision was to be performed, along with armed guards, and saved the girls. But these were the lucky ones.
We are operating in 4 waradas. We entirely cover 93 Qabales and have 94 representatives there. These representatives give education on harmful traditional practices and reproductive health in the farmers' houses, workplaces and marketplaces. In addition, they provide house-to-house family planning education so that they can become beneficiaries of voluntary contraceptive methods. Since we expanded this program, 10,000 mothers have become beneficiaries of the service in 5 months.
Expanding the scope of its services, the organization has established a multi-purpose and standardized vocational training institution in Fiche town of North Shoa Zone. The institution is training students who cannot afford to pay by providing them with education in accordance with the requirements of the Ministry of Education. It also provides them with loans so that after graduation, the trainees can start their own business and become self-reliant.
In 2002, the organization has supplied food, cooking utensils and clothing to about 1,000 people who were displaced by landslide in Hirabu and Abote Warada and resettled to another area by the government.
The organization that was established to pursue humanitarian activities then continued its efforts towards improving the lives of children in many ways. It is engaged in the construction of kindergartens, health institutions, and potable water supplies. It also participates in HIV/AIDS prevention activities.
Previously, we used to operate only in urban areas. Now, since Burayu town is growing up, there are destitute children who attend education by traveling from peasant associations in the environs. For example, we are providing education support to community members from Tatek and Anidima. The way I perceive Waizero Abebech is as someone who shares the hardships and pains of others, identifies with both children and adults, and worries day and night to solve the problems of the community. I think if there are 50 other people similar to Abebech, a lot would have been done for this country and we would have achieved much. Abebu's grandparents were landlords. She gathers children of the village and plays with them. She also beautifies them with butter and gives them food. She likes children of the poor very, very much.
Abebech is a kind of mother who since childhood is sympathetic and compassionate to all human beings, especially to children and the needy.
When I traveled to Jerusalem, I carried some clothes to give for monks in monasteries. I thought the life of the monks was similar with that of here. When I asked one of the Ethiopian hermits, he told me that such a practice is not practiced there and is considered taboo. Then I carried it back home.
At the beginning, the plan was to raise children in the institution. But since this has its own drawbacks, it's not